We're back, man. We're back with Who Knows with Brendan McClorey. I'm sitting here with my good friend Joe Butler. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hanging out, just surviving and thriving.
I'm trying to.
I saw you've been gaming a little bit lately.
Oh yeah, I'm a big gamer.
Yeah. What have you been playing? Call of Duty and what else?
God, that's pretty much it.
Really?
Madden, but I am
Okay.
not good at Madden.
You don't have a computer, do you?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to invest into a computer, but I
Are you really?
don't have the funds for that.
Yes. What are you trying to spend on one, you think?
I have no idea. That's what our computer friends are for.
I know. Well, John and Tom are just snapping on computers. And I literally texted John one day and I was like, hey, I need a computer. And he sent me a link and he's like, hey, just buy this. He was like, what are you trying to spend?
I text that man way too much about that kind of stuff. And
he's shout out.
I'll open the link. He's like, yeah, this one's kind of cheap. I'm like,
yes.
No, not for
yeah, right. $1,300.
I am enjoying this Modelo, though.
Shout
Thank
out
you guys.
John O'Brien.
Shout out.
Yeah, the Modelos are good. Yeah, nice and cold for us. Thanks, sir. Where'd you get them?
7-Eleven's best.
Nice, 7-Eleven. We love that. Yeah, but what have you been up to lately? You're just
chilling. Hopefully, the Chicago Fire Department finally pulls through. It's been 10 months, I think, just doing paperwork and going back and forth. And
so, what stage of the process are you at with that?
I think I'm just in line for the academy now.
Okay. Do you know your number?
Oh, my number was so low, but I got two.
Right, you got preference.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure 25% of each class has to be veterans until they're
really.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's 100% true. And then 20% like CPS, and then 15% of family fallen firefighters.
Sure. And you have no idea where they're at on the list?
No.
Dude, I found my piece.
There is a Facebook page out there that kind of informs people from the inside.
I should look that up because I found my piece of mail the other day and I'm like number 4,000. And yeah, I know it's at 4,500. I know they're not that far, but I don't think they're at what 2,000-3,000 right now,
I think
right?
Like 3, yeah.
So I might have a when are they redoing the test?
I don't know. I keep hearing in like a year or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but with this whole COVID thing, could push back the test.
Very true.
And they just keep going down the line.
Yeah, my dad's about to retire, so it might be time to take up the helm at the Chicago Fire Department.
That'd be sweet. Yeah. I mean, my grandpa was in for 30 years, so
that's awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Is that why you want to do it?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a fireman. Honestly, it was like when I was a little kid. There's like pictures of me in like jackets and boots all the time.
Yeah. What? So your grandpa on your mom's side or your dad's side?
My dad's side, and then his wife, so my grandma. She joined, I think, at I don't know, 40, I think.
Joined what?
Joined the fire department.
Are you serious?
40, yeah, and then she was on for I think 10 or 11 years.
She's a firefighter?
Yeah. Well, she's not anymore, obviously.
Yeah, your grandma was a firefighter. Mm-hmm. That's insane.
So they both were, yeah.
That's amazing.
Was she the only female firefighter in the whole fire department?
Idea.
I feel like, how long ago was this? Do you have any idea?
Well, she's 77 now, I think. So whatever that is.
I feel like that's significant.
Yeah.
Damn. That's cool. But you got preference because you were in the Air Force.
Yes.
So when did you decide? Did you know you wanted to be a firefighter before you went to the Air Force?
Well, I mean, it was always in my head when I was younger, and then I just joined the Air Force because I dropped out of school.
Yeah,
Marine. I was there for a minute.
We were talking about that not too long ago when we used to literally meet before class and look at each other and be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to this class."
Yeah. I used to skip my 8 a.m. and just go sleep at my grandma's house down the block. God.
Dude, I'll never forget when I actually dropped out of school. I used to drive him to school. And when I finally dropped out of school, he was still going to Moraine, and I was too embarrassed to admit to him that I didn't go to Moraine. So I drove him to school. Dude, I swear to God.
Oh.
And literally, dude, this dude, followed me to my class.
No way.
And, dude, he literally caught me, red-handed, caught me. I was like, oh no, I'm in the classroom upstairs in the art building, and like we had already walked across campus, and he like, oh, you know what, I'm in the wrong area. And he had like an hour until his class, and so yeah, we were like in the art building, and I was like, yeah, I'm upstairs. All right, I'll see you. He's like, no, I'll walk like to your class with you, and I literally look at him, I'm like, bro, I don't have a class here.
That's funny.
This dude got up at like 6 in the morning to drive me to school just because. Like,
I don't know if it was that early. Was it?
It was early, bro. That's why you told me that. Because you didn't want me to be like, yeah, I'll take a ride from you. You're like, well, I got to be up at 6.
Yes, you're right.
Like,
and you were like, fuck, I don't have class until 11, but I'll go. Yeah. Holy shit.
You went to an extreme length.
Yes.
Dude,
So,
Fly by.
yes. Anyway, so you dropped out of Marine, joined and so what was like the process? Like, when did you actually decide, like, okay, first of all, I'm going to join the military.
Yeah.
Second of all, I pick the Air Force. How did you choose that?
So my dad has been, I think he's still in the Guard, Air Force Guard.
What's that?
It's just like they work 2 weekends a month down. He works down in Peoria, and they kind of just, I don't know, do their jobs down there. They're just like kind of like backup if they need, like, if we need people, like, or like sometimes they'll be like the first to deploy to go set up a base for the active duty to come in.
Okay.
And go deploy for them.
So they're like, he's like your dad's like big into skydiving and shit, right?
He used to be. Yeah.
Oh,
that was like his midlife crisis.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna be a skydiver now.
He did like 100 jumps or something.
That's
I
wild.
think he slowed down. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, he. I would say he definitely had a big impact on which branch I chose, because I was thinking of like Marines, like, you know, like you see those badass commercials.
Yeah.
Marines,
Yeah. The few, the proud.
Yeah. But my dad, he was like, no, if you're gonna join any branch, you join in the Air Force. He was just like,
really? He was like adamant about it?
Yeah, he was just like, you're going Air Force. Like, there's no other branch. I was like, all right, fine, I'll do that.
You don't have any regrets?
No. So yeah, I actually signed the week before my 19th birthday.
Okay.
I remember that, and then I think I shipped that August in 2015 to go to Air Force basic training.
I remember that. Was that like?
That was a wild summer.
Was it?
Yeah, that was just.
Oh yeah. Dude, before you left, it was the whole summer was like, okay, he's leaving at some point. We gotta, we all gotta fit it in.
Well, we were also like 19, so we all wanted to party and stuff like that.
Oh my god, that was wild. That feels like so long ago. But like, was like Air Force basic training, was that like as grueling as like boot camp, like typical? Like, were there points where you're like, fuck this, or was it just pretty straightforward? Like, oh, I'm doing this.
I didn't think it was that bad at all, honestly. Like with Dave going through the Marines and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm sure, I mean, his stories are a lot worse than mine. I mean, yeah, it sucked. It sucks not being able to see or contact your family anytime you want and stuff like that. And honestly, like, the training instructors can, like, hit you, can swear at you.
Really?
Yeah, dude. For Air Force, it was, like, easy. They couldn't even, like, really tell you to get down on your face and do, like, 10 push-ups. So, I mean, I always compared it to like some football, some hard summer football practices, and those were harder than most of the basic training, right? I would say. So.
And what was basic training?
It was down in San Antonio, Texas, and just 8.5 weeks long of discipline.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think like other branches are a little longer. So I don't know why Air Force is a little shorter. Probably because Air Force has that. What am I looking for? That stigma of being lighter on people.
Yeah, sure.
Weaker branches.
What do they call it?
The chair force.
I never heard that. Chair force.
There's so many of those. There's one for Army. It stands for aren't really Marines yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
That's tough.
I feel like, are Marines like the hard asses of the military world? Yeah.
That's why.
He said, oh, yeah.
view of the ground.
Yeah.
You guys fly planes.
Yeah, that's pretty lit. Anyway.
Facts. That shit is very sweet. Y'all down there, I'm up hither.
Yeah, the Marines are the ones that usually get in trouble the most. So that's why, like, we'll get curfews overseas, and, like, some countries won't like Americans in there because the Marines are usually the ones that are
Gotcha.
messing with the ladies and being stupid and getting too drunk and stealing signs and stuff like that. And
Shout out our armed forces. But so what is like?
it's hot in there.
Yeah, it's the lights. It's the bright lights, big city. What is like Air Force's? Yeah, you can crack that open, Chris. What is Air Force's like job like as like the branch of the military? Are they just like all air activity like?
Yeah, unless you're like special forces for Air Force,
Right.
it's all air. It's everything revolves around flying.
Planes,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
So would like helicopters and stuff be Air Force too?
Those are mostly like Army
Okay.
Marines, stuff like that.
So that entire operation is pretty much based around like jets and getting pilots up off the ground and
Yes.
flying around.
Absolutely.
And what was your role in that process?
Maintaining those planes, maintaining the
That's
F-16s.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was great.
How did you learn how to maintain an F-16?
6 months of tech school training. It was 5 months of school
I remember
work, I
gaming
believe.
with you while you were doing that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. It was I wouldn't say it was too hard, but definitely like long hours and just a lot of work, a lot of learning.
what was like so what would you do like day to day? Like you're not like, oh, his thruster engine burned out, so we gotta swap it out real quick. You're not like fucking Tony Stark in it over there, are you?
Sometimes. So like if if the engine did burn out, like if something happened, something was wrong with the engine, we would, well, for my job, I would like, there's specialists out there that'll come out and like pull out the engine, but like we can like assist in that and help with that, and we should because we're like being a crew chief, we're like they call it the jack of all trades, so you know a little bit about the whole jet.
Sure.
Not a lot about one specific area. So like if something breaks, we would definitely help majority of the time, like pulling that part out, putting it back in. And
So you did that?
yeah. And then yeah. I'm just trying to think.
So like, were you in charge of like one plane, or was it like as a crew chief? What was your job? Like your job. I'm in charge of this. What was it?
So well, there's a lot of different jobs, I would say. For my first year, I was on they call it the flight line. So it's like this is when I was in Korea. Being on the flight line is like you're working on one jet that day, and you can switch jets almost every day. You switch jet.
That's
and,
wild. How many jets do they have?
I don't think I'm supposed to really say that. I'm just
Oh.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's out there. You can look it up on like
Kim
F16.com or
Jong-un
something.
sitting at home like, damn it. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I guess we should start with the UFOs.
Yeah.
How many of those you fly?
Nah, in Korea it was like 40 something, I think. But there's two different units. So one unit has like 20 something jets. The other one is
That's
the
fucking
rest.
crazy, and they're multi-million-dollar jets, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
F16 is like 30 million or something like that.
that's
Dude, what do you mean?
wild.
Those new F-35s like 350 million,
Again.
and they stink.
They stink? How?
I heard they're just losing in a lot of like dogfights, and they're too slow and stuff like that. That's what I'm hearing. They're stealthy, they're very stealthy, but that's what I was reading on some articles. Don't quote me on it. I'm not out there analyzing them.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, the flight line.
Yes, flight line.
So it's every day outside to you're maintaining the jet. You're pretty much just like
In your jumpsuit.
yeah, just servicing it with oil almost like every flight. Fuel, obviously.
What kind of fuel was it?
It's called JP8.
And it's just ridiculous. Like, will explode if something happens to it.
No, actually, you can like. They always say like you can drop a match in the fuel tank. I would never try it, but because it's gotta. I mean, you need fumes for it to actually ignite.
Right.
But, I don't know. It's just fuel. I don't really know the difference
Yeah,
between
right.
fuels.
I'm just what kind of fuel is it?
So no, and then after doing that, like after every single flight, you have to inspect the jet and make sure there's no bird strikes or
Bird strikes?
Yeah,
Is
That's
that
happened a
common?
couple times, yeah. Well, not common, but it's happened a few times, yeah.
How about they call it bird strikes?
Because
It's not just like, yeah, we hit another fucking bird. We have a fucking one word for it. Bird strike.
Well, if
Two
they
bird strikes.
hitting a bird is a huge deal, especially with an F-16 because there's only one engine on it. So if you hit a bird, like that jet's down for the day.
Are
can't-
you
can't fly it
serious?
again,
Like a duck?
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like-
That's fucking amazing.
dude, if this plane costs how much?
It's like 30 million.
And a fucking duck can take it out of the sky, bro?
A mallard fucking hits that bitch.
All right, think of it this way though.
Dude, our opposing countries are just gonna buy fucking livestock and
Just throw them out on the runway.
yeah.
Fuck 'em,
Well, we
this
need
will
to-
send a flock of
yeah.
people there.
yeah.
We're gonna bird strike. We're gonna bird strike them.
Whack.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell.
A real life Angry Birds.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes, right. So you check for bird strikes and
Well, if you think about it this way, if you hit a bird, there's only one engine on this jet, so that's a life in my hands. If I
Yeah,
don't,
right.
if that jet's not grounded the whole day, it's
Right.
like you gotta,
Oh,
you have
so
to
if-
inspect extra hard after
gotcha.
that. Like,
So if anything happens, you're like, okay, we're not flying it. We're checking it
yeah,
out real quick.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, you also check for like loose screws. That's like one of the biggest things because I mean, there's like a panel with like 3 missing screws on there. Like
Right.
you gotta,
'Cause
gotta go get more screws. And put
How
them in.
fast does the plane go?
I
Do you
forget how
know?
F-16s go, but
It's like over like 500 miles.
Oh,
an hour.
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous, right?
yeah, I don't know what top speed is. I want to say like 2.5 Mach ish.
Which is
What's Mach? It's like 700 miles an hour is 1 Mach, I think.
I should know. Mock media.
Seriously.
in the words of Gucci Mane. Well done.
But it's Mach.
1,500 miles per hour.
Okay, there you go.
F-16 Fighter Falcon.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, how much?
Falcons.
Fighter Falcon?
Yeah,
General Dynamics of an F-16 Fighter Falcon max speed is 1,500 miles per hour.
there you go.
1,500 miles an hour. Yeah, I wouldn't want to hit a duck going that fast either. TBH.
Probably don't even feel it.
What
Oh
about
yeah,
That
probably.
thing just
Probably do.
explodes. That's fucking Randy Johnson fastball.
What you know about baseball?
You know, if you divide
Hey, I've seen
1,500
videos.
by Randy Johnson's fastball time, it's pretty close to that.
Bro, let me get an F-16 Uber. Shorty hit me up on Egypt. I'll be like, I'll be there.
Yeah,
They
facts.
sell some planes out there. Some are available for purchase.
Good lord.
Would you ever learn to fly? Did you ever?
I would have loved to learn to fly.
Why
but
didn't you? Like, why wasn't
Gotta
it?
go to school
Did you
for that.
explore that in the Air Force?
No.
Why?
I was just a maintainer. I
Okay.
mean,
You just didn't want to.
no, and I mean, there's always, everybody always looks at the pilots like they're a bunch of hotheads.
I was
anyway.
just gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say, are they like
So-
a bunch of douchebags?
Some of them are, but some of them are really cool. Like,
Yeah. I feel
So-
like they all think they're fucking Tom Cruise walking around.
yeah. But yeah, like some of them can even like it kind of doesn't matter what degree they get to like become a pilot, as long as they get a degree and then go through pilot's training.
Really?
Yeah. So like someone like one of them can have like I don't know whatever terrible degree is or something like super easy degree,
Right.
and they can just go through pilot training. I mean, I'm sure pilot training is still super hard, but like
God, that shit's nuts.
if they're going through the Air Force Academy, it kind of doesn't matter what degree they get, but they're learning how to fly at the same
Right.
time.
So what was your relationship with them? You just like fucking waved to them as they got out of the cockpit, or
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you like
kinda.
work with them?
No, they never worked with us. They're too busy flying. They have a long day. I respect them. They have 12-hour days probably every day of their career.
No matter where they are?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Or is that classified
I've
too?
heard there's like pre-flights. So obviously going over like the pattern, whatever they want to do with dog fights in the sky and stuff like that, and those can be like 2 or 3 hours long, and then they go out and fly a full day, come back, and then they do a post-flight, and those can be even longer. Like saying what they did wrong, they go over the tracker and stuff like that, and like these
Damn.
guys can be doing stuff all day.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Are there
So I don't have really that good of a relationship. In Korea, you have a little bit better relationship because it's a lot smaller base and nobody has their families out there in Korea. So,
right.
So you kind of get closer, not like super close or anything still, but it's whatever.
So were there like more young guys there? Like in Korea, like does the military like let the guys with families go to bases that you can have your family, or is it just luck of the draw type shit?
It's mostly luck of the draw. And then I think as of recently, it's like they can put a fight in for it, but it's mostly luck of the draw, which sucks.
And you started, so you graduated basic training, and then you went right to Korea, right?
Yes. Well, no. Technically, no. I went to New Mexico for on-the-job training, so there I learned a little bit, like doing stuff on the job, like sending jets out and stuff like that, and then inspecting them afterwards, and then that was only for a month, and then I moved straight to Korea.
What part of Korea were you in?
Kunsan, South Korea.
Did you like it there?
The town's called Gunsan, but the base is called Kunsan.
Yeah.
It's all different language.
Did you like it?
Yes, I loved Korea. I would easily go back to Korea.
Really?
Yes.
What was your favorite part? What was like the nightlife like?
Oh, it was great. It was super fun there. They know how to party over there.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I just assume every foreign country is just fucking going absolutely nuts.
It's kind of true in a way. Koreans are super nice too. I mean, I always had a good experience with them. Most of the younger Koreans definitely spoke English.
Really?
Yes. I was amazed at how well they spoke English sometimes. I was like, what the heck? Like, they said they start learning like English very early and just keep it
That's
going through
wild.
school.
Good for them. Shout out Korea.
Yeah, seriously.
Just English? Did they just speak like what else do they speak there? It's not
Korean.
Is it Korean?
Yeah. But I had a bad a lot of people tell me that Korea was bad and it was terrible and like have fun over there and like you don't have your family and like it sucks and I mean that was a lot of older people though telling me because they have a family and stuff like that. But,
Right.
So I went over there thinking it was just absolutely gonna suck, and it did at first for a little bit until I finally got off base and got further, went to the cities and stuff like that, and it was beautiful. It was awesome.
So how did you start doing that? You just like meet guys? Like what was your living situation? Were you like dorming with someone?
Yeah. Well, we'd have a piss mate, so I would have a whole dorm to myself, and then a bathroom, and then a bathroom connecting another room.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we shared a bathroom. That was it.
Piss mate.
They call them piss mates.
Yeah.
I like that. Shipmates, and then we're sharing.
So how did you like meet people? Just like doing random shit? Like,
Well, actually,
were you nervous not having any friends?
no, because I mean, as soon as you start working, you could get friends like right away. But my tech school buddy, so I in tech school, I actually shared a dorm room with this kid, and he followed me to Korea. So we went there together. And
oh, nice.
He lived like 4 dorms down from me and stuff like that. So that was an easy start.
Yeah.
And it was super easy to make friends because everybody's doesn't have family. They're all bored. They all sit in the rooms, play games, or there's a lot of bars on base you could have gone to. We did that. And that's super fun. Like
how do the bars on base work? Were they run by American?
So that's what I was gonna get into. They so there's different units on base, and the units it's kind of like fraternities if you think about it. Like my unit was like black and gold, and then the rival unit was blue and black, I think. And we would have different units or different bars or. Like a back shop would have a different bar than the flight line people, and like we would go steal stuff from their bar, they'd steal stuff from our bar, back and forth type thing. But that's kind of how the bars worked, and they weren't like big bars; they're all like run down, old, like they just threw something in like a shed type bars.
Yeah, right.
But it was fun. It's cool. It's a good like camaraderie over there. And,
right.
Yeah.
So were you like, was there like a bartender that worked there, or was it just like, oh, we have booze here and we're
pretty
gonna call
much
this a bar?
Yeah. So like, I think it was like the pilots that were in charge of supplying the booze for it, but like everything's kind of free-ish, but they expect you to, drop a couple bucks for a beer.
Sure,
or something
sure,
like that.
yeah.
Don't be a dirtbag.
Yes.
So
Honor system.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it worked.
I like that.
What color was your squad?
Black and gold.
I like.
Team rules.
I have a jersey from there too. They're big on jerseys over there.
Who?
Well, like the base and like
Really?
Koreans, yeah.
What kind of jersey?
It's just like it's a black jersey with gold lettering.
Damn.
Let's go.
Should have rocked it.
I know I should have. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's wild. What?
Actually, you want to hear something wild?
I would love to.
So I get to Korea. I think this is mid-April. Yeah, same. I get to Korea, and I'm like trying to get in contact with like my unit. Like I'm there, like on base. I'm trying to figure out where to go, what to do, who to talk to, because I literally.
You just showed up?
Yeah, I like get dropped off at like the base like hotel or whatever, because you stay there for like a night or two until you find out what dorm you're going into.
Right.
And the first guy I ever met in Korea was from Evergreen Park.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard that right.
Small world.
Small world.
What happened?
He like picks me up from the dorm room or the hotel or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, where are you from?" I was like, "South side of Chicago area," and he was like, "Oh yeah, bullshit. I'm from the south side of Chicago area." I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from like Evergreen Park." He's like, "Oh bullshit, I grew up on 92nd like Trumbull or whatever it was." I was like, "Bullshit, man! Like
That's
you're gonna tell
hilarious.
me
Yeah,
I
right.
landed in Korea 12 hours ago and I met a dude from Evergreen
Right.
Park."
Literally thinking I'm not going to see anyone from home for so long. The fucking first guy.
He was only here, he said, in his childhood, so he was older too. He was like 35,
Okay.
early 30s. So that was wild. I was like, get the hell out of here,
That's
man.
hilarious. EP getting repped worldwide.
Oh, dude, I was like, that is wild.
Dude, EP is a different animal, bro.
It is.
Dude, it really is. Like it's
Dumb.
It's such a weird combination of like it like I don't know. It's so Chicago to me also because like it's like tucked into Chicago just a little bit.
You see what John did the other day on Twitter?
No.
It says like, what's the most Chicago thing that isn't Chicago?
He's Evergreen
It was
Park.
Evergreen Park surrounded by Chicago.
That's actually hilarious because it's true.
Pretty good. It was pretty good. Yes. I wonder, it was probably Chicago back in the day then, I would assume.
EP?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cornfield first.
Yeah,
True.
for real.
My neighbor was the oldest. He has a pretty sweet picture of his house, like in like way early on.
Dude.
It was the only house on the block.
My
Oh,
aunt and
geez.
uncle have a picture of their house, and literally there's like, they're on like 79th in Pulaski, and my uncle has a picture of literally cornfields going,
wild.
or not even cornfields, just grass going miles and miles, and like it's facing south, which is all obviously houses now.
We used to stay over at Blue Owl. We literally like stand on top, see the city.
Yep.
Be, like you said,
Yep.
cornfields and
Dude, Blue Island used to
Oh,
be
yeah,
like
that's
a really uppity neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yes, like very like snobby, like it wasn't the yeah it wasn't like city, like it was like what would be Naperville right now. It was like
What?
far enough outside the city that like we're gonna set up here and it's gonna be nice and not be the city. And then
That's why they call it the island.
the island.
The island from the island.
From the island.
Goose Island?
My dad actually always tells a story. He, like my family owns an apartment building on like 123rd in Blue Island. And my dad was at a bar one day in Blue Island after working, and he said a guy like leaned over to him, and he had like a crazy eye, and he goes, "You from the island?" And my dad's like, "All right, time for me to go," and he like paid his bill and left.
That's funny.
Anyway, I digress.
That's okay.
So you're in Korea. And you're launching jets. How long were you in Korea for?
A year. 1 full year.
365 days.
I think it was like 9 days more than that, but yeah.
Damn. And then you went to Italy,
Yeah.
which was better or worse?
Oh, clearly better. Obviously, you can just probably figure that one out.
Yeah.
Italy was phenomenal. It was a huge upgrade from what base I was at before, and it was a beautiful sight. Mountains right behind the base. You can go skiing, snowboarding right behind 30 minutes of the mountains right behind the base.
That's fucking crazy.
It was unbelievable. That's where I learned how to snowboard, and I completely fell in love with it. So if you guys trying to go, I'd go anytime.
Definitely down to go.
So
I taught kid over here how to snowboard.
I love it, dude.
It's
pop in some headphones.
so fun, dude. Music while you're snowboarding, people don't understand, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You need to. You gotta.
Tell you
There's not a more vibey activity ever invented than
That is so true.
snowboarding.
What are you listening to? Is it like some
probably some like Mumford & Sons or
Yeah,
something.
something that's gonna make you jump off a ramp.
Right. Have you ever seen like the old
Hans Zimmer.
Like, what is it? Vin Diesel XXX movies. I feel like I'd have to listen to like some like.
I had, dude.
Avalanche behind me.
I have a snowboarding playlist. I have a
Lightning by Metallica, bro.
I have a specific snowboarding playlist.
Wow.
It's real.
Tell you what, that's a different kind of soreness, though.
Yeah, it
next day
is.
after.
Oh my god, dude, you're like groin and
Dude,
shit.
and if you fall a lot, your butt and wrists are gonna hurt for days.
Yes,
Fall on your head when we went.
probably.
That explains a lot.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking wiped the fuck out once because I went off something. Yeah, I went off something that I probably shouldn't have went off, and I fucking ate shit.
Learn
And
your
Jake
lesson
was
now.
like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, oh.
I didn't even see him. He came on the mountain. He was like, I don't feel very good. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
He's like, I wiped out. I'm like, really?
Dude had a
He's like,
concussion.
Yeah, I fucking wiped out. He like tried grinding off a fucking rail or something.
I did, yeah.
That's funny.
Because once you get in a groove, you're like, dude, I can do anything I want, and you get the
Sure.
right song on, bro. You're fucking sending it. Yes.
I'm not sending it like that yet, but I would say I'm decent. I can like
Yes.
toe side and stuff like that, so
Dude,
I'm not terrible.
yes. It's so fun, and especially like I'm used to literally Wisconsin. Like
Yeah.
I can't even imagine skiing on an actual
Oh, dude!
mountain.
Oh my god! It was first time ever snowboarding. It was on a beautiful
Yeah.
mountain
That's ridiculous.
in the Dolomites, which are connected to the Alps.
You
Yeah.
rented a snowboard?
Yeah. I couldn't even imagine being on like a really nice.
How'd you
snowboard.
learn? Did you just like rent one and just all right, fuck it, I'm gonna learn how to
Kind
do it,
of.
or did you have a buddy that knew how?
Yeah, but he just kept flying past me every time.
Oh.
It would be like his third run. I'd be like halfway down the mountain because
Yeah,
I'm landing on my
yeah,
ass the whole
yeah.
time.
That's brutal. Yeah, you gotta learning the ropes is the hardest part of snowboarding, hands down.
That is one thing you have to do and be overconfident with your moves.
Yes.
Like otherwise you're never gonna get it.
Yes.
You have to go for it, otherwise you're
Yes.
just not gonna
You
get
have
it.
to tell the board what to do.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of people are like trying to ride it,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, you don't ride the board. You
Mhm.
fucking basically grind your way down the mountain. It's so fun. I could literally talk about snowboard.
Yeah, same.
Dude, the problem is it's so expensive.
Yes, it is
You
very
gotta get a
expensive.
fucking lift ticket and shit. And if you want to buy a snowboard, it's like $600, $700 for like a good one.
Yeah.
Stick, bro.
It's still phenomenal.
Have you-
I have to pay y'all to possibly break my leg.
Yes, precisely.
Actually, I almost broke my leg one time. My boot or whatever you're strapped down to got super loose, and my ankle was like backwards, dude.
yeah.
I was like,
That's
I need to
brutal.
walk down this mountain
Yeah.
now.
Did you have what kind of bindings did you have? Just
Oh,
like the click-in ones, like with the
Uh,
straps, or did you
yeah.
have like there's ones that you like step into
It was
that are
straps.
just like because the step-in ones like you'll wipe
It was the
out and your
straps.
board will fucking fly down the mountain. Actually, but-
that's happened to me too.
yeah.
Well, like we're like I just can't like what did I do? I think I took it off for a second because I need to fix something, and that thing started going. I was like, God damn it.
yeah. Dude, the worst is have you ever skied?
Wait, no. After I've wiped out when I was like 8, I was like,
Bro,
I'm never doing this again.
I've skied before, and when your skis fall off, bro, Because they'll just go straight down the mountain. Like you'll like watch one of your skis just go.
That's dangerous for the people below you.
Yeah,
man.
oh, yeah.
He's going like 30.
Dude, the shit is. I think people don't realize how dangerous that shit is.
Yeah.
Skiing and snowboarding is like, dude, you're going down a mountain on some fucking boards here.
Yeah.
Like, you guys gotta watch out.
There's people all over the
Yes,
place.
and there's like literally a 4-year-old like.
Yeah, tied to like a rope to
Oh
like
my
the parents
God.
too. I took out some lady before on accident, dude. I smoked her.
Dude, it happens
Absolutely
dude,
smoked.
every time I'm at the ski hill. It happens. I see it
Yeah.
happen at least once. Someone just eat it.
Sledding is dangerous. He's talking about we gonna give somebody some skis.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're gonna stand.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I've broken
At least
each.
you can control them a little bit more than sledding.
Yes. I've broken each wrist snowboarding.
Ooh,
Each wrist.
I'm
Brutal.
glad I've broken.
At different points, yes.
I've actually never broken a bone.
Really?
I fractured my toe, I
Yeah,
guess. But
Dang, you must drink a lot of milk.
yeah, I used to. Used to be one of those guys that gets the cooking bowl of cereals.
Yes.
And just do that.
Big bowl.
Mhm.
Big spoon too.
See, but you're an almond milk guy now.
Yes. Still.
I like almond milk. I like almond milk.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They need
Yeah, right.
almond milk in half gallons though. I got a problem with that.
Ooh.
Whole gallon.
Yeah, true.
Go to Costco. Might have it there.
He said, come on, you know that. But yeah, snowboarding is wild. I would love to go this year. We should plan something.
Would. It's gonna be rough at first.
Yeah,
I know that.
it always is though. Honestly,
We would have to go obviously for a whole weekend.
Yes, and when I know I'm good is when I can go up the lift and like not have the foot strapped in and get off the
Yeah.
lift. That's when I'm good. That's
gotta put
honestly
your
the
foot on, like,
fucking
the middle of
hard
the board,
dude. It's
too.
the
It is
hardest part
The
of
most
snowboarding.
embarrassing
Yes.
part too. I'll fall all day on the mountain.
Dude, that
But getting
getting
off the lift
because people got
is terrible,
dude.
bro.
People gotta wait and shit. Oh, it's
The
terrible.
lift slows down because of you.
Anybody has anybody ever fallen off the lift while moving?
I'm sure.
I've seen someone do it.
That sucks.
I've
Dude.
seen. Well, I've seen a video of people doing it on purpose though, to like just hit the hill.
Yeah, if there's like a bunch of powder underneath, people will jump.
It's just dumb.
Biggest fear, bro, in my life was falling off the lift.
Dude, there's a movie, me and my cousin Marty used to talk about it literally every time we used to get on a ski lift. I think it was called Alive. And it was, these kids were like, oh, we're going to go on one last run on the ski hill. And they're like in Colorado. They go up the lift. The fucking lift shuts down halfway up, but they're fucking 3 miles from the lodge. And it's a holiday weekend, so everyone's going home. No one's going to be there for days. And like, literally, they're like, they can't get off this lift. And one of the kids... One of the kids falls and like literally wolves start eating him, and the other kids are like watching this from the lift. They're like, "Oh,
No, that's called Frozen.
frozen." Yeah, that's it.
That's what I think of. Every
That's funny as hell.
Dude, it's fucked up.
You think you're gonna get eaten by wolves as soon as you fall?
Dude, I
Not to be
have,
confused with the Disney classic.
Yes, right.
That must have been a director's
Wait,
cut.
this is different? A different
Yes, yes.
Oh, we were talking about the gray for a second. With Liam Neeson.
No, that's a good one too, though.
Yes.
This is like one of those old school, like not old school, but like
Yeah,
go,
it's
like breeze past the media.
yes. It was a low key movie for sure. It was like, hey, we only have the budget to shoot
Yeah.
at a ski lift for a weekend. How are we gonna make a movie? Well, he's gonna fall and wolves are gonna start eating him. Yeah.
They asked the guy to go on one last run, like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, I'll be right back. And he leaves.
Yeah, he forgets about him or some shit.
That's straight out of a short out of Damn Nature, you scary.
Yeah, for real. But how many times did you go snowboarding? Was it expensive in Italy?
No, actually,
Because
right
the
behind
fucking
base, it
hills
was
are
nice.
gigantic.
Yeah. I don't know what expensive is over here because I haven't gone, but over there it was pretty cheap.
I think
for
it's
the
like
full
$40
day.
for a day here.
Okay, yeah, I think it was right around the same there too.
If
for a
you have
full
your
day.
own gear.
Yes, and
If
I
you
would also
wanna
have to rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like if you want to like go for a full day skiing and rent a board, it's like a little over $100.
We were looking in like Switzerland and stuff like that. And those ski trips are like booked too.
Oh
and
my
it's
god.
It's like 200. They use franc, I think there. 200 franc, which is like I don't even know, like $300 maybe.
Yeah, right. And you
It
gotta
was
have your
expensive.
shit together going down those fucking hills. Dude, my cousin went to my cousin Marty. Their family was like the big ski family. They always used to bring us on ski trips. But they went to Colorado a bunch of times, and he was like, dude, these, like, you're skiing for 40 minutes.
That's awesome.
Like, you go up the lift, and it takes an hour, but you're skiing for, like, 40 minutes.
I'd do that.
I was like, that's so worth it, every minute of that.
A lot of my skier and snowboarder friends said that the best snow they've ever had was in Utah.
Really?
They've, like, traveled the world, and they said some of the best snowfall is Utah.
Dude, I feel like there's so many states that I have never even considered going to.
Yeah, right?
And I just am hearing awesome shit about them all the time. Utah, what was the one? Idaho? I heard Idaho is absolutely ridiculous. I was like, dude, I thought that was literally just a name on a list. I didn't
State
think
that we used to make fun of as kids.
yeah, right. Yeah. But yeah. Chris. But
that's funny.
What were some of your other experiences in Italy? How did that, like,
just traveling, man.
You traveled all over Europe.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
A lot of places.
Let's
just
go.
like I said, Switzerland. That place is probably one of the only places I went to that are that's exactly like the pictures. Like identical. And then
Switzerland?
Yeah.
Where were you in Switzerland?
I forgot those towns. No, I'd have to look it up.
Where's
I
the
forgot
one
the
place
towns.
you would go back to right now? Like, if I put
That's
out a
tough.
button in
I've
front of you.
always asked myself that question.
Okay.
It's tough. It is really tough because Austria was right there that we can just drive to. And then, like, 3-hour drive, we were at the capital of Croatia. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's wild.
The fact that Europe is traversable by car.
Yeah.
The continent of Europe.
Yes.
Sorry,
We actually when we drove to Switzerland, that was a pain in the ass because that was through the mountains the whole
Yes,
time.
sure.
And that took like 7 hours to get there.
How did you drive?
I mean, it was
You
beautiful, don't get me wrong, but after a while, it's like, all right, I'm done with these curves.
Yeah, right. I'm getting kind of sick.
But now I'm talking about that, but I'm traveling to Switzerland. And
Right.
I can deal with
How
it.
did you rent a car?
No, we had cars on base in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, if you wanted a car, you can go buy a car. And like a lot of people on base will just buy off each other that are leaving and stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it was great. I had a car.
Did you
All
really?
my friends had a car, yeah.
What kind of car did you have?
It was like an old Nissan.
Just a beater?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it worked great. Manual too. I had to learn manual.
That's fucking
So
awesome.
That was fine.
Is it weird driving on the other side of the car?
It's the same in Italy. It's the same almost everywhere I went except for the UK. Yeah, all UK owned countries. So like Australia and the UK and Ireland. Yeah.
Is Korea on the same side?
Yes.
But not Japan or China or anything, right? 'Cause
I don't know about Japan. Honestly. I think
sure
they're on.
Japan is left side.
Are they?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
I can't verify.
Korea was normal.
Wherever the conquistadors decided to colonize is where usually, said Australia.
Wait, is that real?
Not
Conquistadors.
not conquistadors. The conquerors. I just said conquistadors. I'm saying the
Thanks.
colonizers. Whenever they went to UK or Europe or was it Australia and
Yeah.
Ireland, that's when they flew. That's the only place they flew.
They're like, yo, fuck driving on that side of the street.
Y'all with that left car driving?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, right.
We
cuh.
tried driving in Australia and we almost died like 100 times.
Dude,
I swear to God, dude.
It's literally, it's like that.
It's the hardest
Oh
thing
yeah,
ever.
you visited Australia, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck was that? I talked to
It was
talked
unreal.
to him and Al about it. What'd you do? Did you fucking?
We hit up the East
You
Coast.
have monkeys all over you like they did.
No, they kind of. I think you guys explored a little more.
Monkeys, Alex on monkeys.
Alex went to
Oh
like
yeah,
Bali or some
Alex
shit.
was there for what,
A year.
Yeah, so
He was deployed there for a year too.
So yeah, I was only there for like 11 days, and me, my brother, and his best friend all went.
You
So
just
that was
went
great.
Fucking buck wild.
Yeah. We did Sydney, Melbourne, and Cairns.
What, just partying? Like, did you go to bars
Yeah,
or did
yeah.
you just...
I mean, obviously, tried to sightsee. Like in the cities, of course, we ran around and walked a lot and did stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
right.
then at the night, yeah, it was like bars.
Aussie.
Yeah, right.
I love that. Damn. So,
Oh, and snorkel in the Great Barrier Reef. That was lit.
just casual.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sick.
That's in Australia? What part of Australia?
Cairns. Cairns.
Yeah. That's where I went off of. It was like an hour and a half.
Was
boat
it
ride out
sketch
there.
as fuck or was it legit?
No, it was great. They had like, put on like wetsuits and stuff like that. It was great.
See, you just got life experiences, man.
Yeah. I got extremely lucky on where I was stationed for those 4 years.
Yeah.
There's people that get stationed in like North Dakota for the 4 years and get out, dude.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Fargo.
Screw that.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where I didn't even think you were in the Air Force, bro.
Yeah, I was
Dude, I
partying a lot, dude.
I was like, wait. Is
It
he
is
on the
true.
fucking rock tour or is he...
You're up to it. I love it.
It really was. I actually never forget when you were like, hey, man. What was that?
I'm kind of scared what you're going to say.
No, dude, no. It was funny. It was like, you were saying if you had, like, if you were married, you could get a house and shit. And I was like,
you can,
bro,
do places and stuff.
let's just pretend we're gay and I'll move to fucking Italy and we'll get a house and it'll be fucking chill. And you're
I
like,
think
dude,
Dave tried
honestly,
that
it
one
might
too.
work. I was like, don't fucking tempt me with a good time, Joe Butler. For real. I'll fucking be gay in Italy any day.
Hey, there's a monopoly on your head all of a sudden, buddy.
Right. But so where else did you go on your world tour?
So Ireland, Spain. Spain was when all the EP guys met up.
Oh,
Gals met up in
yeah.
Spain. That was crazy. Where else did I go?
The-
France. I never went to Poland. I always wanted to go there.
You don't have a favorite though?
I don't think so. I don't know. It would be.
You
it'd
didn't
have
have a
to
place that
depend.
you went to that you were like, wow, this is home.
Nah, I don't know.
You just
I would have to
love
think,
Aberdeen
man.
Park
Yeah,
too
I
much.
always go through pictures and I'm stuff. Yeah, I always go through
Dude, that's
pictures and
real.
stuff like that. I'm like, dang, dude, like, and then I see another place. I'm like, oh, this place was awesome. Too.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you plan on traveling again?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Where are you busting a move to
I would love
next?
to go to Japan. Yeah,
I
Japan
think
would be dope.
I'm right there with you.
Confirmed.
Japan. I'd also go to like Russia. We were thinking about it, but we couldn't. I don't think we ever like pulled the trigger on it. Like St. Petersburg, Russia looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I would.
Russia
go there
scares
for
me. I
sure.
feel like there's
As soon as you're American in Russia,
yeah, there's eyes on you no matter what.
Hardcore, bro.
Like, oh jeez. I have a second thought every time I turn the key in my ignition. Like, I don't know about this.
Checking under the car.
Yeah. You ever see the show The Americans? Come on, man.
That's funny.
But
I would definitely think of that though too. I would be like,
yeah,
who's
it's
watching me? Like, I'm American.
dude. I don't know if
Probably get
it's
informed.
I don't know if it's been done on purpose, but there's been so much like, hey, we need to watch the Russians. It's
Yeah, right.
said to me in my life in so many ways, you know, like every show, like every James Bond movie's fighting like a Russian guy. I'm like, why is everyone so skeptical of these Russians?
Because they're crazy.
Yeah, right. But yeah, what is that like? That's a real theory. The Cold War still.
It never ended. Yeah, right. Kind of.
No. I'm
Come on, baby.
Man always has the
there
fucking
was
holster
no
ready.
there was no formal like this war is over type thing, and we've always been trying to subvert them, and they've done the same to us. So yes, in theory, the war is over.
We can bring the nukes
We are
back.
shady ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we're the most shady.
Dude,
Slam.
there's more shade in America than under a fucking redwood tree. Bro.
Hey, bro, I feel you.
I don't know.
Fucking big ass leaves.
Did being in the military like make you have any sort of like, oh fuck this kind of thing going on, or was it like were you a prouder American when you joined or when you left the military?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Probably when I joined,
Really?
other than leaving, yeah.
That's interesting.
That sucks.
That does, yeah.
I don't know. That's definitely a hard question, though. Probably when I joined. Because,
For
I
what?
mean, you get that, like, whole, like, oh, I'm in the military now, hoorah, and stuff like that. I don't know,
Right.
like, all that kind of shit. And then just being in, there's a lot of politics involved, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah. Like, being in, like, money, politics, like, they don't know where they're getting money from, how to do this and that. I never got that high. It was way above my pay grade to talk about it, but I always heard, like stories and, like, even just eavesdropping a little bit, like, I can just hear, like they're trying to get to upper management, and that upper management's trying to get to way upper management, like, in the States and stuff like that. Like,
Obama.
just seems like a lot of politics going on, and that's what it really is. And there's a lot of I would say there's a lot of going around right now, a lot of things going around right now that, like, the military, especially the Air Force, from what I see, don't really care about their people. They don't care. You're just another number, really, is what they see you as, which I believe is extremely true. Which sucks. And from my job and other people's jobs, and like there's a lot of suicide stuff going around, like, not
Really?
suicide, like sexual assault that leads to suicide, and just like them trying to go to upper management about it and stuff like that, and they can't really,
Yeah, people
because
not
they don't really
getting-
care, or they will and just not do anything with it. And
So that shit's real. That
Yeah,
shit you
oh,
hear
yeah,
on the
that shit's
news
very real,
is
yes. And it sucks because it's just now getting around where, like, people need to be heard, and it sucks. But
yeah.
and that's what I saw when I was in. I've seen like stuff, not stuff, but I've seen the management not care about people, or just push it aside, or not, like, yeah, just stuff like that. So
Yeah. That's
coming
wild.
out then, to answer your question, I wasn't like, yeah, I'm proud, but I wasn't as proud as going in because of,
You didn't see the flaws.
yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people don't see.
But
So
overall,
that's some real shit.
yeah, yeah, right. But overall, it's very much like this is a good thing, generally. Or-
Yeah. I would suggest people to go into the military for like a year or two. What are you laughing at?
Just the way you answered that.
Yeah.
I would suggest it. I mean, just to get, like, especially those people that need discipline or stuff like that are maybe even in bad households, get out and go do something with your life, you know?
So that's real. The like discipline and like
Yeah, I would. Yeah, for sure. I was like, my family said I was acting super different when I first saw them. They're like, my sister's like, who the hell, like, who is this kid? Like, kind of type way. Like, 'cause I was just like, so like trying to be aware of stuff, like what I'm doing, how I'm talking, and stuff like that.
sure.
Now that's kind of all thrown out the window.
Welcome back.
But
Yeah, right.
yeah. So
Wild. You're
my
back.
management was always pretty good to me. And yeah, so
But it's
that's what I'm
just
trying
like
to say.
the
So
kind of
so they
thing-
don't get pissed off at me if they is.
Yeah, right. But like, it's just the kind of thing like, if you have a problem, sometimes you'll just hit a brick wall and never be able to
Yes.
handle it.
Mm-hmm. And some people are like try to save their jobs. So if that person under them looks bad, it makes them look bad when they bring it up to the next person. You know.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of it's a lot of management. It's not
Yeah,
just
right.
military.
That's wild. What? So you finished your stint in Italy, right?
Yes.
And you came home from Italy, right?
Yep.
So what were your thoughts like when you were leaving? I remember talking to you a couple months before you left, and you're like, "Yeah, bro, I'm
Ready to go.
ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
Ready to come home."
Yeah. I was definitely ready to get out. I wanted to just
It's just being away from your family. You were just like this.
I feel like not even that. Sorry, guys, but because being overseas was awesome. It was fun. I don't know. Like I said, there was a lot of like just politics involved, and a lot of I hate being controlled like that. Like every little detail, every little thing, I need to tell them about it. Let them know where I'm going out of country, what I'm doing, stuff like that. Like literally, you had to fill out paperwork, tell them where you're going, and stuff like that.
That's wild. You lose
Which
your
kinda
freedom to fight for our freedom.
yeah, it sucks, but I mean that is what you sign up for, like to get managed, to get kind of controlled in a way. So I mean it's not terrible, but I was just done with it. I didn't really care. People are always like, "Why are you getting out? Why you should just stay in?"
Right, because there's people that just make a whole career out of that.
Yeah,
right?
they do 20 years and retire, and good for them for being able to do that. I just don't think I could have done that. I maybe could have, but I don't know. I was just done with it. It's game over.
Yeah.
I did my traveling, did my partying.
Yeah, right. So, what would your advice be to someone who was like, let's say you're talking to Joe Butler at Moraine Valley? What's your advice to someone that's going through something similar, like don't know what they want to do? Look at these fucking goons.
I don't know.
Like, you think that was like a very positive experience for you?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, I definitely don't regret anything, or don't regret going in and doing that stuff and serving my country and stuff like that. I did like what I did. I love what I did. I like the hard work. The long hours obviously suck always, but there's that good satisfaction at the end of the day where you got a bunch of shit done and work done, and like you can finally go out on the weekend.
Yeah.
And just get shit faced
schmammered in Korea
with your buddies that you just worked with for the whole week, which is
right.
always great. Like we all like deserved it and stuff like that.
So everyone's ready to let loose a little bit.
So to tell myself, I don't know. I would definitely tell them to do it again. I would do it again. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah, I would do it again.
No, that works.
So yeah, and if you're gonna join the military, join the Air Force. They get
Really?
better of everything, bro. Better. I don't know.
So you're
too much about the benefits, but I know a little bit. They get like, I mean, school's paid for, I think, any branch, but like, dude, the Air Force gets so much shit. They get better housing, better deployments, just better everything.
So
better stores, better
Yeah,
bars and shit like that on base. Better things to do on base, like golf courses or bowling alleys and stuff like that.
So
The morale is a lot higher, I should say.
Sure. So like, how would you say a lot of Air Force people would say the same thing? Like, is that a thing for all military branches? Like, oh, all the other branches suck, you should do this one?
No. Everybody says to do Air Force. Everybody
Really?
I've met just say, dude, I joined the wrong branch. Go ask Dave. I swear to God, go ask Dave. He'll be like, dude, I wish I joined the Air Force.
That is so funny.
He was thinking about getting out of the Marines and then joining the Air Force.
Holy
like to
shit.
transfer jobs or whatever the hell he was thinking about.
Just because everyone else is just kind of a grunt, like what is the main difference? Just you guys, like you said, get
just better quality
shit?
of life. Honestly,
That's wild.
Yeah, it is wild, but it's true. Air Force gets a lot. I think it's a lot more money, but again, that's more like politics involved.
Yeah, right.
They get more money because everything's more expensive for
Right.
that branch. Like,
Sure.
they're not digging holes. They're living in
Yes.
dorm rooms and
This dude's fixing
while deployed.
jet engines.
so that's crazy.
Where's my backpack? You said you were gonna explain why those tags are on the.
Oh yeah.
Jake,
Let me see that. Rip that
I
tag off.
have a little tag on my backpack. It says "remove before filming."
So
And Joe Butler commented.
this
He
little
said,
red
I'll,
tag.
I'll explain what this is. I think that's just like it's not. It's supposed to look like an Air Force thing or a
yes.
Yeah.
So these little tags, obviously they're a lot. I should have brought one because I have one.
Oh really?
They're a lot longer. They're about like probably this in length, or they can be a little shorter. But there's like covers on the jet, and you have to take them off before flight. So it says remove before flight. So I told
Just
you.
like the big, like literally covering the
yes,
engines.
yes,
Okay.
like covering the engines, covering like.
That'd be smart
like
to take that off.
Yeah. So yeah.
Turn it on.
So it's nice and easy.
Jake's our lead model for the
tags.
That's
So
hilarious.
It's just super simple.
Yeah. I like that. At least I know the backstory.
But I'll
now.
tell you what, if you don't take one off, you get your ass rammed. And the jet starts.
Does that happen?
Jet starts and starts taxiing away.
Yeah.
It's just not good. I've left one on before.
I was
so.
just gonna say, did you ever? What was like the worst mistake you ever made?
Oh man. So there's a grounding cord on the jet.
Okay.
So obviously grounds the jet to the floor.
Yes.
Just for static.
Electrically.
Just
yes.
for static reasons. And oh man, I took everything off. It was like my third flight I've ever done, my third launch I've ever done, and it was at night, and I was like, oh shit, dude! I saw this jet rolling away with a cord hanging off the back of the jet, connected to it still, bro. My heart sank, dude. My heart sank
because you
if
knew it
that
was
thing
you.
goes in the engine, I am fucked. Bro.
Did people get
I
like?
started running towards that. No chance I was getting that thing. So I waved down somebody that they like my expediter, so that some higher up that's making sure everything's getting done right.
Yeah, sure.
So I was like, I just had to straight up tell him, I was like, yeah. I left the grounding cord on the jet, and he was like, what? I was like, fuck, I left the grounding cord on the jet.
Yeah.
So then he had to call in to what is it called? Oh, end of runway. There's an end of runway check just for that exact reason. And they're like, yeah, there's a grounding cord left on this jet, and they took it off, and I got my ass reamed for it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you get? Do people get like fired from their jobs in the air? Like what do you do? You just like, all right, now you're cleaning toilets because you can't
kind
fucking.
of. That's kind of exactly how it goes.
That's wild.
It's not cleaning toilets, but they can move you from like being on the flight line to. What's an example that they really do? They can move you to like back shop. Like if you fuck up too much on flight line, like they can move you to like back shop, like hydraulics, and you just sit back there and do that kind of shit. And it's usually easier work and less stressful and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like people, you can. It's getting fired, but
yeah, but you still have a job because they own you.
yes, yes.
Damn, that's cool.
The Air Force is great, man. I had a good time. I partied a lot. Partying was crazy, dude. There was, I don't know, this might be one of the worst dirtbag feelings, I would say, is when you're walking out of a club at 6 a.m. and you see the sunlight
Dude.
coming up.
I miss that feeling.
It is a dirtbag feeling. And you're just, and it sucks because it's usually on a Sunday morning because you're partying Saturday night and you got to leave your Airbnb at 11. So here it is, 7 a.m. I'm hammered. I got to work or sleep for 3 hours, get up and leave on a plane and go home.
True.
Oh my God, dude. I used to do that all the time. I probably took years off my life for doing
Where did
that
you
shit.
fly?
We would so I was only 30 minutes north of Venice, so we would fly out of Venice to
Oh,
other
you
countries. Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
I thought you were like taking trains and shit everywhere.
I took a train
driving.
a few times to like in country stuff, like Florence.
How much time did you get off?
Every weekend we had off. Well,
The entire
kind of.
weekend?
Yeah.
And
Unless
no one
we had to work weekend duty, but yeah.
and people were working on the weekends, right? Like you said,
Kind
weekend
of.
duty.
Kind of.
Or
Like
was it
if
like,
the
oh,
Jets,
everyone's off.
yeah, if shit needed to be done, we would have to work the weekends. But majority of the time, there was no weekends being worked.
So everyone just dips.
Yes, it's great.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like a college town.
Seriously, dude, that's because you're all in like dorms and shit like
Yeah,
that. And,
right.
like there's like smoke pits that have like a grill and stuff like that where everybody hangs out if they don't want to go anywhere. Like, so you just all go down there, go to the store that's 30 steps away,
Yeah,
grab
right.
booze and come back.
They got booze at the store?
Mm-hmm.
What's the rule for booze on base?
Like,
can you have it in your room?
Yeah, you can have it. Especially in Italy, it'd be 18, so everybody in the military can
Really?
drink, yeah.
Damn, that's
It depends
lit.
on where your base is located and what that base commander wants to put on you, I think, of age restrictions. I believe. So, yeah. So in Korea, I couldn't drink. I technically couldn't drink.
Yeah.
But as soon as I'm off base, I can legally drink. But if I get caught on base being hammered, I'm screwed. I'm in big
Yes,
trouble.
right.
But I mean, they don't check for that, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy, honestly, because you see those brand new kids coming over to Italy and they're 18 years old and they're getting shit faced.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not taking care of this guy.
Oh, God. That's like freshman year of college
Yeah.
all over again. Even worse. You're in Italy now.
Speaking of which, do you guys want more beer?
I'm all right.
I'll do one more. That's it.
Moss? Chris, you're good.
So yeah,
That's wild.
I got a question for you guys.
I got an answer for you.
Why don't you guys have a little thing on here?
Why don't we?
Yeah, I've always wondered this.
Because we're not nerds.
Like-
That's why.
What do you
has
mean?
Been the great debate among
Really? Because how are they gonna find
how
you?
we're marketing our stickers.
Yeah.
Brendan,
the
please
whole
stick
point
with
that Brendan.
So you guys have an explanation for it?
Yes,
No.
it. Maybe.
Brendan.
I literally was at Starbucks the other day and saw it. I saw it and I was like, why don't they have an ad thing on
We
The
here?
all
answer is
agree.
because I'm a hard ass, basically.
Oh.
I mean, the reasoning I think is good.
The boss.
I
The boss wants it a certain way.
well, yeah, fucking chief stink officer. So what I think,
Thanks.
what we all kind of agreed on was that we wanted to be one of those like things that it's like one of those underground things where you're like, if you know,
Oh, okay.
CSO. Bro. But yeah, like one of those things you see and you're like, oh, I know
Yeah,
what that
yeah.
is and no one else does.
It's about brand recognition. And
Okay.
if you just hand people the answer every time, it's not worth anything. If they see it and recognize it, they have that additional connection that they bring forth that they had previously. So like when somebody drives past Dunkin' Donuts and they see a Mock Media sticker for the 100th time, but an hour before they came across an episode of SV on their Instagram feed, they'll go, oh, that's what that is. And that's a little more special than at Mock Media, you know?
I guess, but why
A
not do
little
it?
bit of finesse.
Why not do that a little later and like take it off so that you can get some more recognition right away and then take it off?
Yeah, we could do that.
I know you're not going to.
I know.
I know you're not going.
We haven't ordered more stickers, but yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
You're not doing shit.
Probably not. Hey, they've been working so far. Am I right? Am I right or am I right?
I was literally in Starbucks or driving through Starbucks. And I was like, how do people know what that is? Sorry.
They don't
Sorry.
until they do.
It's getting more.
And that, like, dude, I get like
That's good.
Snapchats from like my cousin, and she's like, "Oh my God, I saw
Yeah,
your sticker
right.
at the." It's like, yeah,
Did you like the one I put downtown?
I did. Dude, we have a couple little ninjas out there for us.
That's
A
good.
couple people that got stickers and just. Whoosh.
I slapped one on the CTA bus. We're mobile.
Yeah, we are mobile.
That shit's going back and forth.
We're at White Castles. We're at
McDonald's?
we're at McDonald's. We got multiple tags at McDonald's.
All the lip balms are
The
on
McDonald's says, "Please have your Mock Media money ready."
The story behind that is hilarious, man.
Hey.
I wish you guys were there.
Some dogs pee on fire hydrants. Mock Media places the sticker on where they hit the fry guy.
There you go.
I used to put those motel breakfast stickers over Europe, so you guys aren't.
Yeah, that's lit. We missed your Europe tour.
Yeah, Slightly,
Bummer.
just by a little bit.
Yeah, because they do. They have pictures like, oh, this is a sticker. This is a picture of our sticker in Amsterdam. And it's like, yeah, you guys are sick.
We're on the Hollywood sign. We're on the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, we do have a sticker on the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have a verified mock media and who knows sticker on the Hollywood sign.
I'm going to LA just to see that.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
there's
BSU tonight has
there's
one
like a
on the
big
Great Wall
like
of China.
rock.
That's nice.
Right
Yeah.
there.
That's really nice.
So that's fucking
Oh, that's kind of cool.
pinnacle.
That's sick.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I think technically we can't tell people to stick our stickers everywhere, but stick our stickers everywhere. But yeah, man. But it's been a blast having you on. I think we can wrap this up with a nice, pretty bow.
Thanks.
You have any other nuggets of knowledge for us before we go? Do you want to? I always ask everybody this, and I feel like half of my guests don't even want me to ask this. But do you want to like plug your social medias or anything like that? You're not exactly like a clout chaser.
I'm
like-
not. I don't think I've posted on Instagram in like 6 months.
Yeah, there you go. So
So
follow
now I
Joe
don't really
Butler
care.
if you know him, maybe. If not, but yeah,
All our girls that follow us will probably be like, who's Joe?
yeah.
That's true.
Actually, fun fact: our audience is 58% female and 42% male. For mock
for you
media
single
here.
men out
So,
there.
Yes.
Civic booty.
Yes, hitting that civic booty. But yeah,
Definitely,
man.
I would definitely do this again.
Yeah, dude.
I
I
don't know
I
what I'll
want
talk
to.
about. I'm not a great
So what?
should I say thinker about like questions, coming up with questions, and stuff
yeah,
like that. To
you're-
ask you.
Your money.
I'm just saying.
I want to kind of explore the idea of like more of an open table concept. So like 3 more microphones
Ooh.
type thing.
That'd
I
be
think that'd be
wild.
a lot of fun.
That'd be a lot of laughing.
Have the boys on, yes.
the whole thing would be
So
laughing.
that's unlimited clips from that one. But yeah, dude, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for the beer.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been Who Knows? It's Brendan McClorey with Joe Butler, the jet engineer. See you guys later.
Later.